Hello everybody and welcome back to the labs. I am Towsty and thank you for joining me here on another episode of InfinityLabs Season 2, hanging out on our Resonant Rise inspired server, doing some more work in the new base world. As is the new norm, I am going to be starting by checking out our calculator progress. So, last time I checked, this morning when I woke up, we had all circuits, like each kind of circuit. But I did in fact have to use this one because I made a speed upgrade for the extraction chamber. So this, it might be kind of hard to tell unless you're watching it before and after the speed upgrade goes in, but it is in fact using a speed upgrade and therefore going a bit quicker. This is all of our loot. Nothing hugely fancy except we got some broccoli seeds, some grenades, stuff like that. And then of course we've got our stable circuits coming in real good. This system's working real well. Doing a bit more work on Britannia today, trying to get some elven work done, some alphamancy. All of this I will explain at some point once it's fully functional, but for right now what this is doing is actually fueling our endo flames, which I have made a whole heap ton of, with blaze rods, which we have up and running. Our blaze spawner again. So if we look at our blaze rods, we do have about 3,000 right now, which ain't too bad. And you just heard the drum, the bloomp. This is producing a lot of mana, so the drum and the flower are working real well. And then over here, we've actually got a bit of work going on with some terrace steel creation. So I got the portal set up the way it's supposed to work. And just waiting on the mana at this point. This produces so much mana, but it kind of overloads the spreaders a little bit. Just a little bit. So it's kind of important to keep an eye on this. This will be, when the spreaders are not bottlenecking the mana, this should work in such a way that it doesn't leave any excess blaze stuffs on the ground. I have another option for how to do this, as far as to make sure I'm not wasting any, but this is a system that I saw and I kind of wanted to try out and see if I could make it work myself. But for now, this is what's happening. These have enough of a range that they can suck up the blaze rods from the middle. So we just got some crates with some hoppers. The initial design that I was kind of basing this off of had a similar system, but had redstone across the top, and they were activating the hoppers. I decided to go with the transfer node activation because that just wasn't working very well. And this is turned sideways for now because I didn't want automatically flipping this, but it'll automatically pull some blaze rods out. Oh, excuse me. Ooh, look up. Some blaze rods out of here, which are getting filled by the AE system, and it'll move them along at a proper interval, or at like a rate that doesn't overwhelm the flowers too much. So one of the things that made this possible, these endo flames, is I was able to get a lot of flowers and petals last night. But it dawned on me the system I had was kind of silly. So what I've got here is a filter with 2 item filters in a transfer node, picking up all of the different kinds of flowers. So you can actually put filters inside, or X utilities filters inside of X utilities filters, inside of X utility filters, I guess. But the reason I want to filter this, I know there's like you don't necessarily have to, is so if I accidentally drop, like, say, my wand, this thing doesn't pick it up. But what's happening here is these breaks, these world interaction upgrades, grab everything in this area, and they chunk it in the chest, and the Steve's factory manager just takes each kind of flower and crafts the petals and dumps them into this chest. Presto, simple, no power, no cabling, no fuss. No fuss. So, anywho, I need to get a couple stone because I feel like we're gonna be needing some more wood or some more living stone here relatively soon. Where? Huh? What? Why? What? Where'd it go? Alright, so our Terra Steel just went missing. Alright, so what we've done is I just added a little filter to collect up the Terra Steel when it finishes, so that doesn't happen. I think it's something with like it finishing and getting dropped kind of below, so I've also added another layer of whatever, the laboratory block beneath it. But there's that now. All I have to do is get some mana into these pools. So these nature pylons are the final component aside from filled pools of mana. Now I'm beginning to wonder if I do this. I don't think these transfer mana that way, do they? No, I don't believe they do. Except I'd have to do it like that. Then maybe? Let's see. Ah! Are you getting mana now? No? Okay, so we'll have to do this with some spreaders or some tablets or something. Either way, I need these two pools to fill on up. And once these pools are full of mana, I think full anyways, we will light up the portal and get some powerful spreaders in here to maintain our lava production or our mana production. I don't know why I said lava. And all that good stuff. And in the meantime, let's just... Well, we're going to have to let this run. So, I'm going to wait for the server to restart and then we'll be back. Alright, I don't rightly know how much mana is required for this. Apparently it's not the whole thing, but it is quite a bit. And so what we're gonna do is just reset something here. I'm not sure that this guy's actually doing a whole lot for me. So we're gonna make sure that these are all tied into something. We've changed the system a little bit to keep it safe and efficient. So there's redstone on the hoppers, which are when there's an item on the pressure plate, the redstone is on. And so the hopper won't input its items, but when the items are sucked up by the endoflames, then the hoppers drop, or the crates drop a couple things, and the hoppers, the redstone signal turns off because there's nothing on the pressure plates anymore, and it has a happy cycle. So here's what you're gonna do. Gonna do that and that. All right. And then these ones are gonna maintain a signal over to here. And I'm kind of hoping that that will be a thing that works. So, do you shift right click? Just give it a whack, I thought. Huh? Did I forget how to do this already? Alphamancy, Portal Alpha. Did I build it wrong somehow? That would suck so much. Oh, that would be terrible. So it's the core, and that's 1, 2, 3. Core, 1, 2, 3. Oh no. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. These are in the wrong place. Ah, that's so bad. Okay. You there. You guys, just don't do anything for a minute. Actually, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and just pick these up. Oh no! Did I get it? Yes. Just pick these up. Put them forward. 1. I'll go ahead and pick these up while we're at it. And these just while I'm thinking about it, because I forgot that I gotta keep this going here. I gotta figure out, I know how to do it, I just gotta take the time to automate this. Plump. Okay. And then what we'll do is we'll do this. And we'll say you spread to here. And you... Oh, I can't believe I did that. Spread to here, right? This should be proper. It's 1, 2, 3. It's on the third. It's 1, 2, 3 on the third, and then 1, 2. It's 3 on the third. 1, 2, 3 on the third. Okay. Awesome. All right. So that ought to fix some of our problems. We'll just move these for now. We'll say spare, and we'll say fill up as much of that as you can. The whole point of me doing this is to increase the effectiveness of these spreaders, because right now there's some of them that have more endoflames on them, like these guys. Have a bit of a bottleneck. Either they're just too far or something, I don't know. But either way, we're having some issues getting the mana from here to there. And that is something that has to be addressed. All right, and we'll just throw you down there, and that'll empty out real good for us. Come on, come on, come on. And then... Chomp, 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 chomp. You're the only one on the server right now, yeah. Crazy. Alright, is this thing empty yet? Tis. Just pick up what's left of that. Pick up this and that. Throw down here, spare into that. Go ahead and plop you here. Along with that. Except the difference is we don't actually want you to do that right now. I'm just gonna shoot you into the ground. So this should finish off this pool at a decent spot. We'll probably grab a bit more from the mana tablets still. Probably could have made a second one of them easy enough. I cannot believe I put these in the wrong spot. I counted like 5 times. You have no idea. Ugh. Alright. And this is about as far as I've ever gotten myself in Botania. I've used it before. I've also done it creatively before, but this is the farthest I've ever gotten it, like, legit. So it's pretty exciting. Is this done? That's done. Kind of wish there was a more effective visual update when these things finished. Like the lightning striking from the runic altar, which is pretty much cool, the coolest thing ever. Bada boom. Oh, no way! Oh, that is sad panda. Wow, I can't believe I did that. All right. So you will actually come to this one. You will go to this one. They're both a little over half full. Let's give it a shot. Whack. Oh, wait, I forgot the nature pylons. Woo! Well, that was not as much mana as I thought I was going to need. World Calling. Now. What happens if I throw you through here? Hello. Now we've got the Elven knowledge. Thank you, elves. Best regards, the Elven High Council. All right. The resources of Alfheim. This is what we need to get into. I would like to know how to make Dreamwood and Elementium. So Elementium is 2 ingots and it gives you 1 in return. So what we're going to do is start to make some mana spreaders. I've got a good amount here. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Chuck those in there. They should get thrown back out ever so slowly. Turn my magnet on to make sure I get them in our clear lag thing doesn't grab them all. So once this is running, I wonder if the crafting operations actually take the mana. Alright, so there's those. So if we look at the mana spreader, we'll see that it needs the Elementium, mana petals, and Dreamwood just to make the mana spreader. So all we need is 6 mana. That's 3, right? Yeah, that's 3. Whee! Ah! Don't do that. So there's all 3 of them, and then we'll get us a few petals, which we'll just grab from our remote order here. Got quite a bit of purple, it seems, so we'll do 3 of them. And we'll do 1, 2, 3. Alright, now let's see if we can't make these mana spreaders, finally. Boom! I'll pick you up, pick you up, pick you up. Also pick you up because you're not necessary. We'll go plop, plop, plop. Bind mode to this pool, bind mode to this pool, bind mode to this pool. Maybe you can't bind. There we go. Alright, so these should be spreading now, right? Much better. Okay, now we need to really upgrade this one as well. Otherwise, well, this one's actually already bottlenecked, right? But if this mana pool if this continues to go up, then we'll definitely need to do it. One thing I can afford to do now, I believe, is probably just take that. And plop it back on there so that this pool fills up a little bit more as well. We never actually lost progress on our petals. It just kind of continued to work, no problem. So these flames should be tolerable with the Elven Mana Spreader, I want to say. It's just this one that's overloaded then. And it may be because we don't know where these are facing. So let's go ahead and rebind all these. We'll say, oh, sorry about that. One goes there, you go there, you go there, you go there, you go there, just in case. It gets a little angry when I'm standing on the thing it's waiting for. Okay, then all of these are cooking up real good. All pointed where they need to be pointing as far as I know. Point this back here. All right. So there we go. So those are all pointing real nice. This is full. These should be filling up. But this, I don't know how fast this thing goes. Let's just take a look at Mana Spreader. Or sorry, Mana Distrib. It's just the one. Okay. That really should handle most things then. I think I would like to make one more... Hello? Ah. One more spreader. Just because... there we go. I really don't want it to get bottlenecked from that one right there. So we'll say 1, 2... Alright, I think I've got some petals in here. Now they're mystical. And of course... Bada boom! So there we go. So we are gathering mana at a much, much more effective rate than we were with the sunny day blooms here. Which, quite frankly, you know, I don't have an issue leaving on as well. At the moment, they're actually all connected to spreaders underneath, which I didn't know was a possibility. That explains how that pool was still getting some mana. Everybody else up top now? Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Okay. Look at that. And I could easily expand the system. Now that I know what we're looking at, I don't have any issue going forward with more endo flames. And I will be doing that pretty soon, I think, actually, just to beef this up. Because this is good, but I mean, you can see how we could use a lot more. And I may just convert this side to do the same thing. I may just add another like platform out here. That's the nice thing about the Void World. You know, you just build and build and build and build and build until you're done. Gotta love working in the Void World, though. For the time being, yeah, these are all full. I wonder why these are all full. I might have to get into the Gaia spreaders real quick. Oh, this is interesting. Because the Gaia spreaders, I would need to actually kill the Gaia boss, though, and I'm nowhere near ready to do that. But they require a Dragon Stone, which is made up with mana diamonds in there. I wonder what other functionalities these have. Rod of the Bifrost, Shard of la Puta, Rod of the Unstable Reservoir, the Shaded Mesa, Corporea Index, Crystal Bow, that might be kind of fun. World Seeds. Interesting. So... Interesting. So what exactly does the Bifrost do? Let's start looking at some of this other cool stuff. Relics of the Acer. That's a relatively new mechanic from what I understand. What I'm looking for is... Where is it? Mystical... Here we go. This stuff, yeah. What is this? The liquids acquired by it simply vanish into the ether, never to be seen again. This seems like a great cleanup tool. Debatable. Overgrowth, pasture seeds, living wood bow. There we go. What do you do? Is a powerful relic. Legend says that The first of these devices was found atop a dark mesa along with the crowbar. User may right-click and hold on a monster or item to pick it up. Releasing right-click will drop the selected entity, while click will fire it in a powerful burst. Oh, that's neat. It's like the portal gun. Alright. Unstable Reservoir is a rather powerful weapon against a large crowd of foes. Channeling its power will materialize countless arcane missiles at home, on targets, and random, at a pretty hefty cost of mana. That sounds like fun. Rod of the Highlands. While maintaining the original power of the Rod of the Lands, it can also place dirt in midair for increased cost of mana. Rod of the Bifrost. Doesn't exactly do it. Allows the holder via right click at the cost of some mana to create a rainbow bridge in the direction he or she is looking. 100 blocks and will vanish in about 15 seconds. The only bridge can be created. Cool. Alright. So that's interesting. What does the mana prism do? Manipulation to convey through mana burst. Mana prism works on technology. Interesting. Oh, that's actually really neat. Let's see what else we got. Mana flux field. Pass mana through the field of energy can be charged from a source of natural energy source. Redstone flux. Simply pointing a spread at this block will have it shoot at it, converting the mana. It lands into RF. It can then be pulled out with any RF train. All right. What I'd like to look at a bit further are sparks. Maybe we can get away from some of this stuff. Ender artifacts are... Whoa, there's a lot of them that come into life when you do the Elven research. Rod of the Terra Firma, Rod of the Skies, Rod of the Seas, Rod of the Plentiful Mantle, Molten Core. Ooh. Vitreous Pickaxe. Placing down glass and having it break again can be a heartbreaking experience. Luckily, by creating the vitreous glass was... Why would I ever use that? The World Seed is a piece of elemental energized matter containing the ability to return its user to the world spawn. Interesting. Timeless Ivy. Oh, that's kind of neat. Is thrown weapon made of terra steel and giant and plant matter. After it's thrown, it will pierce enemies and sometimes poison them, and then bounce blocks a few times before returning to the thrower, similar to a boomerang. What if you can enchant that thing? All right, so we've got our world kind of opened up here to some new and interesting opportunities by being able to have this open at all times. I think we've got a gain of mana. We do. We'll have to upgrade these mana spreaders as well, I think. But over time, these should fill up. And hopefully... Man, yeah, this is crazy. I'm wondering if this might not be the best idea because... It doesn't seem to like... I wonder. Let's do this. I don't know if this has to distribute to mana pools or not. I think it does. I think it does. There's probably a way to do this with sparks. I'm going to look into that. But I think that's going to be it for today. Next time I've got a couple other projects in mind to get away from Britannia. I'm going to let this run for a long while, so I don't know when the next time we'll be back is. Until then, though, I hope you guys did enjoy this episode. Thanks for hanging out. Hang up your lab gloves on the way out, and we'll see you next time. Deuces!